staying with KTN News Desk. Let's cross over back to Machakos County, where the Machakos SME Summit is currently underway. And currently speaking is Governor Dr. Alfred Mutua. Let's listen in to what he has to say.
When I can sell it, I think it's a good time now to reprint it, because people know more of me, I'll make more money. Because it's all about making money. And so today, as I'm here, I've gotten my fingers into very many small projects. I'm an SME believer. When you're coming through, you saw a big white building on the right-hand side as you come to Machakos. That's mine and Lillian. Tunajenga hoteli hapo, because we believe also investing in Machakos. And we are doing many, many small things, because I do believe that businesses are the ones that drive economy. It is not government money, it is business. Government makes its money from businesses. And unless we are able to grow businesses, we are not going to grow the economy. Number two, I want to congratulate the State Bank of Mauritius. I love Mauritius as a country. I went to Mauritius and I found that Mauritius is very similar to Machakos County. The population of Mauritius is about 1.4, 1.3 million people, just like Machakos County. I looked at the arable land, the space, everything is like Machakos County, but you're richer than us. You're more organized in Mauritius. So when SBM took over the former Chase Bank and came here, and I've met your chairman and others, I realized that this is a bank that really is clued into what it takes to grow the economy and grow people. So congratulations. And for you to have this function here, it's good. I was telling Jonathan that I've received about 12 phone calls from CEOs of many other companies asking, why SBM? Why couldn't you call us? You know, it's SBM that took the initiative. So, and I know you've told me, other governors have called you and told you, why Machakos? It's because Machakos also took the initiative, you know. And so we are glad to be partnering with you, and we're very proud to be working with you. I like what was spoken about, Washuka, about the ideas. Somebody once said that your legs will only take you as far as your brain can go. So if you think small, you get small. If you think big, you get bigger and you go far. So that's very good. Number three, no nation can achieve rapid economic development without the small and medium enterprises. I lived in the US for 7 years, and it's all about SMEs. It's all about the big corporations. It's all about those small companies in every town in the United States. It's all about those companies creating wealth and making sure that the gap between the rich and the poor is made smaller. Because the problem we have in our country is that the rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer. And it's been like for 40 years. But if SMEs are able to grow, then we know that the country will be able to lift itself up and go. And that is why I want Machakos to be the heart of SMEs. We want people to know that Machakos is where you can come and do business, na mambo inaendelea vizuri. Na sisi tunafanya mambo. Actually, in a few months' time, we will not be sitting in a tent. You know, we have a big conference facility that is about to be completed just next year. So we'll be there in a warm place. And as we talk, we'll be interrupted once in a while by noises of planes taking off and landing, because we are about to build an airport right next year, so that we can grow the economy. Inaitwa spirit of maendeleo chap-chap. We want things to move, because it's about people making money. You know, the other day I tweeted and I said that we have a challenge in Machakos. We are lacking buildings. Tunataka fundi wa kujenga, tunataka masons, plumbers, and electricians, because they are not there. I know, I'm building. Yesterday, I imported 75 fundis from Nairobi, from Kayole and Embakasi. Kaingia basi wakakuja, they are wanalala hapa. Tumewakombolea nyumba pale hapa, unaitwa ni Chumvi. They are sleeping there because I couldn't get them in Machakos. Because basically fundis in Machakos are all engaged in construction. We are building a new governor's office over here. It has gone slowly. I've even moved in. It's not complete. And the biggest problem is that the contractor does not have fundis. Because we are growing the economy. And when I tweeted, a lot of people were very excited. And I'm telling people, come to Machakos. We are trying to grow the economy. And when you see shortage of labor, it's because we are trying. And our local young people are there. They are unemployed. But what can they do? Most of them can take stones, can push wheelbarrows. But we want people who are skilled. We want skilled labor. We don't have to import skilled labor from Nairobi or from outside. And that is why in Machakos currently, all our 3940 polytechnics, we are providing free education. You can join any polytechnic in Machakos right now, whether you're a man or a woman, and you will be educated for free so that you can get that skill, so that you can be able now to come and contribute to the development of our great county. Number 4, I was with the president just this week. Is it this week or just last week? At Mavoko, where we're launching the housing program. And I told him that the biggest problem that we are facing in this country is bureaucracy. And bureaucracy is hurting our economic growth. We've become so bureaucratic in this country that we can hardly breathe. Did you know that today, from the time a tender is floated to the time somebody is paid, because of all those processes, it will need at least 35 signatures or 35 people to look at the documents before anybody is paid. In Mauritius, it's about 5 to 6 stages. In Rwanda, it's less than 10. In Kenya, it is 35. God forbid, 1 or 2 of them decide, hawataki, lazima utoe kitu kidogo. They have introduced all these stages thinking they are fighting corruption. All they are doing is enhancing corruption. Mtu moja anaficha file, kazi inakwama. So, as you advise President Uhuru, tell him to go back to when he was a deputy prime minister in the days of Kibaki, when the bureaucracy was less. And so that now we can move faster. Because SMEs cannot grow when stages take long. And then we ask, why is there no money in the economy? I have received proposals from people who want to build a railway line in Machakos to carry people so that we don't have all to fit in matatus. So we can have a light rail than they have in Addis Ababa. Now, to do a PPP for them, all they want is to patie permission to weke reli. But in Kenya, it takes 21 stages. Is it 21 stages before you can get a PPP? Even Uhuru Kenyatta himself as a president has been unable to launch PPPs in Kenya. Apart from tulianza juzi ya barabara. And this is self-inflicted wounds. This is bureaucracy, not from outside, but from within. Sisi wenyewe, we create the bureaucracy. So we have to agree as a country that bureaucracy is killing Kenya. And we have to cut down the bureaucracy so that businesses can be able to grow. It has now extended to the Central Bank of Kenya. Now, look at the scenario the other day. I got a phone call from a young man. He was very excited because there was an embassy that was planning an event. Now, this embassy that was planning an event got into a problem because the person who was supposed to set up the tents and everything was unable to do it. So they called him and said, can you help us set up this event? And so the young man was very excited. So what did he do? Akakimbia kwa bank kutoa pesa. Anataka 2-3 million yaweze kupaki vitu kwa lori yaeke mafuta. What did the bank say? Unataka hii pesa ya nini? Can you explain to us where you want the money withdrawn? Unapeleka wapi? All those stages, ilitoka wapi? Because some money was transferred. He called some friends of his. They transferred some money into the account so that now he can pay some people. It became difficult. Now we've created bureaucracy that you cannot even access your own money. Pesa ni yako, and accessing your own money has become a problem. Wacha watu watoe pesa, watumie pesa. Kama ni wezi wafuate washike. Lakini usizuie pesa kuzunguka. It has become so bad now that there is no money. People are going to other people. You know, mtu anaomba Jotham akalipe engineer Maliti, ndio Maliti akilipo alipe mkopo ameomba kwa mwaka. Tunaombana hapa kila mtu. Mtu anakupatia kadi, unaangalia unaona huyu kiharibika ndio mpigia simu anipatie kitu. It's difficult to go to banks because of the regulations. So all we are saying is that for us to grow the SMEs, we also need to create an environment whereby the country is moving forward. And it is possible. I love the spirit of Uhuru Kenyatta. Uhuru Kenyatta wants to see this country going places. He wants to see this country soaring to greatness. But his people have to help him by cutting down the bureaucracy so that he can also succeed. Quickly, number 5 also, we need to stop frustrating businesses. Governments frustrate businesses, businesses frustrate each other. We need to be a country that supports each other. We have to stop the crab mentality. Mnajua crab mentality? Kuna story moja iliambiwa that I've repeated several times, that mtu alikuwa anataka crabs, car, to ship to Europe. And so he got boxes of crabs from Kenya, Tanzania, and Mozambique. When they were being loaded into the aircraft, aliona ya kwamba the boxes from Tanzania, they were all sealed. The boxes from Mozambique were all sealed. But the boxes from Kenya, they were open. And the pilot said, you can't load crabs with an open box because they'll come out. The guy said, hapana, hizi ni za Kenya. When one tries to go up, ingine anasema unaenda wapi, kuja hapa, utazikuta ziko hapo. You know, we pull each other down, you know. So we must learn to push each other out of captivity of poverty so that we can rise as a people and not constantly looking for fault and pulling each other down. In actual fact, in Kenya, people now are afraid to perform because if you stick your neck out and do something, people come after you. You are accused of this and that. Instead of supporting you, they try to pull you down, which is very, very difficult. And in the same case, I'm telling my people of Machakos, we need to make it easy for people to do businesses. And I want to direct today that business permits from February 1st have to be online in Machakos, Waziri umesikia, so that people can and processing has to be within 48 hours. And we will do it like how we do in visas. Unajua visa, ukilipa slightly more, inatoka na 24 hours. So people can pay slightly more and they get it faster, so that we can make it easier for people to get their business permits. Also, building permits need to be online by March 15. And we need to cut down the processing time to 2 to 3 weeks maximum, so that also people can pay me money quickly so that I can have more money to make roads. You know, we create bureaucracy, people are not able. So make sure that that happens. And number 6, access to credit. You called it financial inclusion. All I can urge banks is let's do it chap. You know, getting credit in this country is a process. And the process is basically human. It is not bank laws. Because you find that you fill the form, it goes to the bank, it sits there, there's a committee, the committee looks at it, it goes to the board, comes back. The processes are long, yes, maybe they are required, but they could all be constrained. Why don't you put those people in one room? Itoke hapa, iende hapa, itoke hapa, iende hapa, chap, approved, inaenda. You know, banks never seem to approve anything quickly. Si ni ukweli? Hakuna kitu banki wana approve upesi. Unaambiwa it is still imeenda kwa committee, imeenda wapi na bado inaangaliwa. And I'm giving you a secret. The bank that will be able to approve access to credit, especially to SMEs, within 5 to 6 hours to 1 day, will be the richest bank in Kenya. Kila mtu atahama hapo. So as the government and our governments cut bureaucracy, so banks also cut bureaucracy. You can go through all the stages, but in a faster manner, so that people can access credit. And I know you're doing a good job, and other banks are also doing a good job, but let's do it. Number 7, fairness. Fairness. I want you to know that in Machakos, I'm fair. And fairness is also an issue of integrity. I don't take bribes, I don't give bribes. None of my people should ask you for a bribe or for you to give a bribe. If they do, kuja kwangu. Usisikia ati ametumwa na Mutua, hiyo ni uongo. What a system whereby in a country you know that if you go to court and you lose a case, it is not because the judge alikuwa ameonekana. It is because you did not present a good defense or a good plead your good pleadings. That is the fairness we want. We want you to apply for a job, and if you don't get that job, it is not because baba ya ule alipata alikuwa amepiga simu ama alipatiana kitu. It is because maybe you did not prepare yourself properly for the interview, or you are not qualified for that job. Want every child of this country to know that we have a fair country, and that if you dream, your dreams can come true. All you need to do is to work harder, be faster, be smarter, listen to the talks that you have been given, arrange yourself. Not because there's an unfair system that favors a few privileged people, whereas the rest of us suffer. That is critical for the development of this country. Quickly, number 8. Wacha niingie siasa kidogo. Sio ndio mimi nakula. The future leadership of this country, Kenya, should not be a leadership about transitions from colonial imperialism, or about stability, or about just inclusion. It should be a leadership about money and the economy. The reasons we are talking about the BBI today is not because Kenyans can't live together or work together. It's because we are poor. It's because we are poor. African countries are overthrown because they are poor. People are always fighting and being tribal because they are poor. The rich don't have those problems. You don't hear of a country being overthrown in Europe or the Americas because they have money. When you have money, you find that you are able to work well together and you can solve many problems. Yes, there are many problems in the West, but when you have money, there's a sense of stability. If this country is rich, if people have money, then it is easier for us to live together. But when you are poor, there will always be problems. Hiyo ndio shida. People always feel they have been left out and they need to get in. Lazima mtu wao aingie, ndio akiingia, ndio sisi tukule tushibe, kama wale wameshiba. Mnanipata? So the problems that we face in Kenya are not problems of tribalism, inclusion, leadership. They are problems of poverty and lack of money. I was telling my team here and the great people here who are presenting today in the room that when President Obama came, Nairobi was shut down. Sindio? Barabara ikakuwa cleared. Ulikuwa ukifanya namna hiyo unaangaliwa. Cleared kabisa, hata hakuja usiku. Anakaa wapi? Westlands barabara ikafungwa. Why? Just because America is rich. Angekuwa ametoka kwa nchi akana pesa, angekuwa kwa jam ile ya pale airport. Ni ukweli? Si ndio ukweli? How many presidents from other countries, even countries with populations as big as America, come to Kenya and we don't even notice? America is a superpower, and they realize they're a superpower, and they say their superpowerness comes from economic freedom and economic strength. That's why America is a superpower, because they have money. So when I talk about future leadership, it's all about economics. So we need to educate our people that as we choose our leaders, it's about money. And 9, as I finalize, value addition. You talked about it. We talked about it. We need to stop being users. We also need to be producers. Watu wana floss na simu. Niko na the latest iPhone, niko na latest, na yeye kwao haezi jenga hiyo. Let us not just be flossing. Shuka talked about Range Rovers, Mtu anasema, did you mean don't drive a Range Rover, drive a Mercedes? Or nothing against the company. But I get the point, people talk about Toyota V8. I have a Toyota V8 that my work has given me that I drive. And you look at where it comes from. It comes from Japan. You've been to Japan. Hawana iron ore ya kujenga steel. They import the iron ore. Hawana rubber ya kutengeneza tires na hizo plastic. They import them from Ghana and others. All these parts are imported into Japan. They are put together and then they sell us the car. And then tuna floss nayo. Na sisi hapa hata mkokoteni hatuwezi jijengea vizuri. So we need to change our mentality from just users, wearing the best watch, the best ties, the best suit, to being producers so that others can also buy our products, as was advised clearly, and they'll move forward. And lastly, ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy that you're here, and I'm happy that Machakos is the place to be, and I'm happy that I'm the governor of Machakos, and I'm happy that we can work together and pull together, because mimi nabakisha miaka ingine 3 nimaliza kazi yangu Machakos. I want to leave my people stable, ndio ni 2022 nikiwa president of this Republic of Kenya niweze kuendeleza kazi, because the times have changed now. You know, this country needs young, energetic leadership that understands the economy. And I want Kenyans to have money in the pocket. And it is our time. And as I said earlier on, a Jewish proverb, you know, if you want your dreams to come true, you must first wake up. And I believe I have a dream and it will come true. And as I said also, that your legs will only take you as far as your mind can go. Mimi already niko status. Nikienda status kwa Uhuru siku hizi, I look at the curtains, I look around, I look at arrangement of things hapo, naangalia vile vitu inapangwa, because najua inaningojea hivi karibuni kwa uwezo wa Mwenyezi Mungu, because nimeamua naenda hapo. You know, and I was telling some people yesterday that I've decided the highest office, hii tukifanya BBI, mufanye mabadiliko, if it is the prime minister, if the highest office will be an MCA, hapo ndio nitakuwa. It will be the highest office katika nchi yetu ya Kenya, because I have a call to change this country. We are tired of being poor. We are tired of doing things the same way. We are tired of others getting richer in the world and us being bureaucratic and getting poorer. Our children are not born to walk around with no. Our children are walking around barefoot. Today, nearly 60 years after independence, it's a shame. We can change that. And I am going to be at the forefront changing that with your support. Thank you and God bless you. Asanteni sana.
Of course, Governor Dr. Alfred Mutua, they're addressing the Machakos